Hey there, this is day 3 of my Alchemist program. So basically, day 1, um, or day 0 really, I had landed in San Francisco late at night. I slept over at Maria's. We went over what to tell Ravi about my pivots, and then we walked in to the accelerator. Before the agenda started, we talked to Ravi about Maria stepping away and me continuing with the program, possibly alone. And Ravi was very understanding and he was fully supportive of me, even though choosing a completely new idea. And he really just asked me what personally motivates me, and I told him I wanted to make a big impact. And really just learning all the lessons of the failures that we've had with Bambify in the manufacturing space, the new ideas that I am interested in would not be following in the same suit. So that that conversation just went a lot better than I ever thought it would, and I was afraid of not actually getting accepted into the program at all. But now I don't have to worry about that at all. So that was really great. So we basically just stayed for the day, learning about the other companies, getting some great advice from former CEOs as well as the program heads, Ash, Ravi, and Danielle. This program is definitely on a whole other level in terms of knowledge, hyper successful mentors, and the companies that are in this cohort. Everyone's on a different stage. I'm actually the least credible person in the cohort, and I'm also back at square one. So this puts me at the greatest disadvantage, but also at the best situation possible, because it allows me to basically come into this program and really utilize from the ground up everything that I've learned so far and everything that I will learn into creating something that's far more efficient and has far more potential than going in there with something I'm already locked into. So, make the best of your situation basically is one of the things that I always had and had remembered now that I am in this position of being independent. So, basically day 2 was a dinner event. So the event was being held at a restaurant called Tris, and that was basically a 2.5 mile walk from my place. So I basically walked in the rain for about an hour. That really sucked, and there was a lady in a wheelchair, and then halfway through screaming, help me, and no one was helping her. So I went up to her and asked her what's wrong. She wanted me to wheel her to the end of the street, so I did that, put my jacket over her because she had nothing on in the rain. Had this lady come up and share her umbrella with me, having seen everything that just unfolded. That was really nice of her. People are really great. So I came half an hour late to the dinner because of that. And basically, as soon as I got there, I spoke to the manager about the idea and about the food idea. Basically, where customers can order ahead of time online the food, go into the restaurant, show the waitress the receipt. Waitress sits the customer down, with skipping the entire menu process, gives them the food so they can focus directly more on the experience. It saves the customer time, and then the customer can just leave, walk up and leave when they're done, without paying. Yeah, she didn't like that. So the manager basically just said, so you're replacing my job. And I was like, Well, no, this actually allows you to focus more on the customer experience, and because we're making things more efficient, we're actually hoping that it'll actually increase the amount of money and customers that you get, because of course you would be saving, passing on the efficiency savings on cost of labor with the increased turnaround time to the customers for discounted meals. So it's a win-win for everyone. So that didn't work out so well, and then she basically told me, oh, I'm gonna give you the for anything like this, you're gonna have to talk to the GM. And I asked for the GM's contact information. She wouldn't give it to me. She said, oh, just leave your email. I kind of had a good idea of what was going on there. I basically got my legs cut off and I couldn't really move up from that point. So left her the email anyways. Spoke to one of the guys in the cohort who's doing office space for restaurants, and it was really interesting. He is so he's already talked to a ton of restaurants here in the Bay Area, and he said that, you know, basically everything goes to the GMs. Owners have final say. You just need to have like one restaurant test this out with you, validate it, try something new. You know, it's the way that he put it that really just like, that made it very realistic, I guess. Like, you just gonna have to have one restaurant that's willing to test this idea with you. So that's basically where I'm at and what I'm going to try to do. I need to look for someone to help me do this. So, all great insights. We were blindfolded later on in the night. Walked into a room. They gave us a drink in one hand and a piece of paper in the other. They undid the blindfolds when we got into the room, and when we're all in the room. And from there, it was just Ravi and the previous cohort, and they were all lined up across the room, and it was an initiation, and they made us recite the passage on the paper and then seal it with a shot of alcohol, which was pretty damn cool. So from that point on, we had dinner. We were all able to learn from each other, connect with the alumni as well as the current cohort. And it was a pretty amazing experience. It was really great to actually be able to share and learn from everyone. So that was a pretty cool experience. I took an Uber, went home, went to bed, and that was basically it. So San Francisco Alchemist Program, Day 3, signing out.